Welcome back to the Bryan Devore Connection. I'm your host, Bryan Devore. You will never walk alone. It's a pretty powerful statement, and that statement really exemplifies the work that's being done at Comfort and Peace Hospice. And here to talk to us today about Comfort and Peace Hospice is my friend, Issa. Issa, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Bryan. I'm very excited to be here.
Good, my pleasure. So we've known each other for a while, and I remember saying, hey, Issa, I want you to come on my podcast. And it's been a few months since then, but I'm glad you're here because I love that phrase. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But first, give me some background. Who is Comfort and Peace? How were they started? What's their journey like?
Comfort and Peace Hospice is a nurse-founded, San Diego-based, privately owned hospice in San Diego. We service the entire county of San Diego. And this year we will be 5 years old in September.
Great. Awesome. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So tell me about the impact of being nurse-founded does for the company.
Our CEO and founder is Chip Chalkesi, and he started off as a nurse. He's still a nurse, and he's been a part of every step of the process, right? So he's been out in the field as a nurse. He's been in the office. He's been a liaison. So he's seen every workings of the business, right? And so he has a really firm understanding of what it takes to get things done.
Right.
And I think that when he created and founded Comfort and Peace, his vision was to do things the way that he felt was going to be the most effective and provide the best care for our families, for our patients and their families.
Yeah. And probably having that nursing background is super important because I mean, a lot of people don't even understand what hospice is, and they think, okay, well, I have to wait until my loved one's about to pass away before I can bring hospice in.
Yeah.
But you guys obviously come in well before that, and then the nursing background must have an effect on that too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So he's able to explain it from a clinical standpoint, and so that it makes sense to these families, and they're not, left in the dark. And he's very thorough, and he's, helped us provide that same information and educated us on it also, so that we can share that knowledge with the community and with the families that we work with.
And that's great.
Yeah.
That's powerful. We talked about sort of same setting, same service. What does that look like?
So one of the common misconceptions is that hospice is a place that you go to.
Right.
And that's the first thing that I have to tell my families, like, you could stay in your house. Like, you could stay right here. So it's a service, it's a philosophy. So it follows you wherever you call home, whether that's an assisted living, your home, apartment. So it follows you wherever you go. And the disciplines involved are, your nurses, your RN case manager, your medical social worker, chaplain support, certified home health aide that helps you with like the hygiene visits. And then we also add music therapy to our discipline. That's something special that we do.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what it looks like, is these people coming to your home to provide the service.
Let's talk about the music therapy, because not every hospice company provides that. What does that look like, and why is that so important?
One of my favorite. I mean, I know it's not the most, obviously the clinical portion is the most important part, right? But the music therapy, I've been fortunate enough to witness it, and it's so beautiful and so powerful because we have some of our patients whom they don't remember their own kids' names anymore. So you start playing their song, their favorite song from back in their day, and you can see them tapping their feet, moving their head to the music, or sometimes even sing along. And it's so beautiful to see them remember, and reminisce, and maybe remember a little piece of who they were, So yeah.
I'm sure that their loved ones, love seeing that because
it's so moving.
It reminds them that they're still their parents, they're still their loved ones, they're still there.
Yeah.
You'll never walk alone. You made sure that I included that in our discussion. Yeah. Why is that?
So hospice is, focused on the patient, but it's also for the families. And the service that we provide, of course, is to palliate our patients. But we want our families to also know that they're not walking alone in this, so when it comes to the patient and the family, we want to provide the service that's going to heal both, right? And whether it's palliating them from physical pain, or agitation, or making sure that last wishes, are honored. We want to be there and we want to help them through that. For some of our patients, some of the things that worry them are their pets.
Yeah.
Who's going to take care of my dog after I die? It's a real thing, and people probably don't think about that. We had a patient who had an African gray parrot, and they're like, "Who's going to take care of my parrot?" And that was a real, it's a real concern. That's like it's your family,
right?
And so we're like, we have to work on getting these animals rehomed. So that's, it's not something that we advertise, but it's something that we do. It's part of, you're not going to walk alone. We're going to help you do this, and that's just an example of one of the things that we've done. So we have, I'm guilty of it. I took a dog. One of our dogs, he belonged to one of our patients, and
it's like a foster fail.
And it worked out because I wanted a brother for my chocolate lab, and I got my little buttery guy now. And
that's great. And then your client knew that
before she passed,
their dog was going to go to a great home. You'll never walk alone. That's super powerful, and it's and that life's journey. I'm sure that the person you're caring for, that's important to them, and their loved ones too. That's important to them too. That's awesome. So Comfort and Peace's information is on screen. All the information on how to get a hold of them, how to learn about more of their services. If you're listening to this on your favorite podcast channel, you can't see it, but it is in the captions. You can learn about it that way too. Issa, thank you so much for coming today and sharing about the story, the beginnings, and the importance of the work that you do at Comfort and Peace.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for inviting me.
My pleasure.
All right.